Mere feet from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Not a kicker or a puncher here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And another week is officially underway. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a first. Looking for a throw here. Escapes the pocket. Complete to the rookie out of Auburn. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Trying to run in, Algier. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Here he goes on the bootleg. Flushed out of the pocket. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Looking to the air here. Intercepted in the end zone. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
From the gun, a gift to Miller. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. It's it to Juwan Johnson. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
We managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Running once more with Miller. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. He's dropping back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They're going for this. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he makes the let's go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Young Hui Koo on for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Caught by Miller. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle. Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. Still finding room past the 45. And he's finally brought down up at the 48. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Here's a throw. Connects with Johnson. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation.
We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They'll begin the quarter with 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They go play action on 1st. Bails out of the pocket quick. That's caught by Chris Olave. And he drives it close to the red zone before going out. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. On the give, it's Miller. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Offense in the hurry up here. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He'll throw it. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. He brings it in. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Setting up a throw. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints start to fight back with their first points of this game. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Reed now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 9. He's stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd and 8. Catch is made down the right sideline. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
First time this game they've looked to him. And it's going to be 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. Got a man, it's Drake London. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get some late points and the lead. Drake London with the touchdown. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing it to start this drive. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. 2nd and 6 now. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Falcons are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He'll throw it. Escapes out to the left. Oh, he's going to run for it. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Less than a yard needed here on 4th. They'll run it with Robinson. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Getting out to his left. Now here he goes. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
From the 23. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons grow their lead just before halftime. Extra point by Killer is up and good. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They bring Olave in motion. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's got it inside the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw now. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's on the move. And he eventually runs down a road here. Defenders closing in, and he just chooses to tuck it and go down. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 now. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Out to his wideout, it's a screen. It's a 21-yard gain. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
So many times, Kate, when I see these receiver screens, I think punt return. It's like a punt return. On punt return, it's all about those blocks. The returner's got to catch it, and he's got to feel those blockers in front of him. It's no different on a big play like this with the wide receiver screen.
That's complete to Camara. And that is a big hit right after that catch. So the play limited to maybe just a couple yards. From the 40 on second down. Kamara's got it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Still sticking with the passing game. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Clark Phillips with the pick. And the Falcons are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Ball at the 33 for first down. Robinson on the inside give. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. If you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Throwing now on first down. Fights up. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Into the hands of Pitts. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Justin Reed with the tackle. And the Saints go in nickel. Third down. Back to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. They're going for this. Pushes it toward the sideline, and he has it. Feet are inbounds. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on fourth down and pick up the first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one's complete to London. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Second and 1. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons push their lead further to start the half. Drake London with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Back to throw. Olave with the catch. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! Oh, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Whew, close call there. All set up now for 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Buying some time right. Into the hands of Olave. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Play action on 1st down. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Handoff on 2nd and short. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Working inside the red zone. This one's taken in by Hill. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. So not a holding call. One of the line. So after the 5 yards are marched off, here's 1st and 15. They're throwing it. Gets this one to Shaheed. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing here on 2nd and a handful. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Forced out to his right. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down. Pass play now. Chased out to his right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. That one intended for Drake London. And it sets up second down. They'll throw it again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8. Pass play coming here. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons grow their lead yet again. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. Through the defense he goes. Room to burn. Hits the 20. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints putting up points in a game decided. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. Reed now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the give, here's Robinson. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 21. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. They connect on the deep shot. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. 1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Looking for a throw here. Escapes the pocket. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
For how well they were moving the ball on this possession, surprising. Surprising to see them get caught up now. And even more surprising, Kate, to see them knock so far backwards with a sack. At this point, well, you got to get back on schedule. Maybe even a manageable 4th down if you don't get the first.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons getting closer to their 10th win of the season. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Throwing with a blitz on the way. On the move, headed right. Oh, he loses the football. And the Saints grab it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Oh, this is tough. Don't let it be lost here that their call on fourth actually worked. They got the first down, and then they fumbled.
Kate, that's like saying the dinner looked so good before the waiter dropped the plate. The results were there as designed. The one mistake took it all away.
Oh, man. This is complete to Olave. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. From the 23. That's into the hands of Moreau. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Throwing off the play fake here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Trying to push it deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Pitts brings it in. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn good play.
And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Falcons put up even more points in a win. Coup on now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Falcons continue piling on to this lead. Coup all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. Oh no, they get him yet again!
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's Robinson. And he's able to work this down to the 41. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Let's go. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Flush down now to his left. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
They've got first down from the 31. Throwing from the gun. Got a man, it's London. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown! The Falcons keep running away with this. Drake London with the touchdown. His third through the air this game. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons tack on 7 more to their lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Looking to the air here. Taken in by Shaheed. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. And the timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. Still sticking with the passing game. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that pass is dropped. Fitting. That would be their final play of the game as we've reached the end of this one.